12% of homes for sale had price drops in the last 4 weeks. That's the highest level since early December. Does this suggest that the seller's tight grip on the market is starting to loosen? This was a headline written by Redfin on April 7th. Daryl Fairweather, Redfin's chief economist, says, price drops are still rare, but the fact that they are becoming more frequent is one clear sign that the housing market is cooling. It goes to show that there's a limit to sellers' power. There is still way more demand than supply, and buyers are still sweating, but sellers can no longer overprice their home and still expect buyers to clamor at their door. So I began talking to my clients about this exact thing last week. They would ask me, just like they always do, hey, how's the market? And I would tell them, it's still really, really good. However, I'm starting to see a small shift. Homes that are needing updating are staying on the market a little bit longer. They're not necessarily getting top dollar that they think that they should be getting anyway, because there's a lot of updating that's needed. And I'm starting to see some price drops and some cancellations. And here locally, we are starting to see our inventory rise just a little bit. In fact, this is what the Cromford report said on April 11th. Supply is starting to creep up again. Scottsdale has more than 400 active single-family listings for the first time this year. Buckeye is over 180 for the first time since January. Chandler is over 160 for the first time since January. The change is still gradual, but the trend is slowly building. Now, I have to put this into perspective just a little bit, because I don't want anyone to think that, oh my gosh, the supply has jumped dramatically, because it hasn't. So when we hear that inventory is starting to jump, I want to really give you an idea of where it's jumped to, but what it should be at this time of year. So let's take a look at this chart. Again, so here are the past few years at the same time and the numbers of active homes on the market. In 2019, we had 2,942 homes. In 2020, we had 1,864. Then in 2021, we had only 569. And now in 2022, we have 617. So although the jump in supply is a welcome thing to see, it is not changing the problem that we still have with our lack of supply. So please don't misunderstand me and think that I am saying that there's a crash imminent or that it is coming soon by any means. We still have a supply shortage. And our market still remains extremely strong for sellers. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. Here's what the Cromford Market Report said on April 9th. The luxury market has been on a frantic run in the last 12 months, with remarkable increases in price during that period. For example, the annual average price per square foot has increased from $472 to $631 in Paradise Valley, a rise of 34%. The annual average price per square foot has increased from $459 to $600 in Arcadia, a rise of 31%. And an annual average price per square foot has increased from $348 to $452 in North Scottsdale, a rise of 30%. There still appears to be great momentum in the same direction, and we expect these annual averages to continue to rise throughout 2022. We say this because the 3-month average price per square foot is already much higher than that of the annual average, at $713 in Paradise Valley, $651 in Arcadia, and $506 in North Scottsdale. Now, in the Redfin report, they also reported this. Other early indicators signal that home buying demand is continuing to soften, especially in expensive coastal markets. Year-to-date, growth in home tours measured by showing time fell 3% compared to last year. Well, the numbers that we just talked about are not showing those same signs here in our local market, especially in that luxury market. In fact, in our higher price points, that's where we are still seeing significant competition. And as we sit right now in our year, we are in the height of our buying season. And this is why I continually talk about how important it is to not just know what's going on nationally, but to know what's going on locally. Then take it down even another step. What's going on in each individual city and each individual price point? Not every one of them is reacting the same way. Some of them have some different trends than others, and it's really important, both for buyers and for sellers, to understand and know what is going on for them specifically. Overall, I do see a small little shift in our market. However, it is unfortunately not a reason for buyers to celebrate. Not yet, at least. We are still very much in a seller's market and will likely stay there for quite a while. If you take a look at this chart, you will see homes are still selling for more than their list price. In fact, 56% of homes are selling for more than what the home is listed for. On a positive note, though, that is not the highest we've seen. The highest was actually in June of 2021. Now, the price point that's seeing the most activity over their list price is that range between $400,000 and $500,000. Overall in our market, we are seeing homes sell for 102% of their list price. So like I said, do I see a small shift? A very, very small one. I do. But these things take a long time. So it is nothing that's going to happen overnight. I think it's going to be very, very gradual, but it is something that I will be keeping my eye on every single day. So I hope this information was helpful. If you've got any questions at all, please feel free, reach out, call me, email me, text me, post a comment down below. Don't forget to hit like on this video and make sure to share this with anyone you think that this would be great for. I thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.